Hi, and welcome to Film 3.UK Movie Recap. Today, we will be reviewing the movie The Rules of the Game 1939, so if you're a fan of the film or just curious about it, stick around. In our video reviews, we may include some spoilers, so please be careful if you haven't seen the movie yet. Of the film The Rules of the Game begins with a wealthy marquis who is hosting a large hunting party at his estate. Among the guests are a count and countess, a journalist, and a young aviator. The marquis' wife is also present, but she is having an affair with the journalist. The party is going well until the aviator is shot in the leg by another guest. The marquis' wife blames her husband for not being more careful and the two argue. The marquis then goes off to hunt alone, leaving his wife behind. While the marquis is gone, the journalist and the countess begin an affair. The marquis' wife finds out and is heartbroken. She goes to the aviator for comfort, but he rebuffs her. The marquis returns from his hunt and finds his wife in the aviator's room. He assumes they are having an affair and is devastated. He goes to the countess for comfort, but she rejects him. The marquis then goes to the journalist and tells him to leave his wife alone. The journalist agrees, but the marquis' wife does not want to be with him anymore. The marquis then tries to reconcile with his wife, but she will not forgive him. She tells him that she is going to leave him and the two argue again. The marquis' wife then falls down the stairs and is killed. The marquis is devastated and the film ends with him standing over her body crying. The second part of the film begins with a montage of shots of the French countryside set to music. The camera then follows a hunting party as they make their way through the woods. Jean Renoir, the film's director, can be seen briefly in the background as one of the hunters. The party stops at a clearing where they set up their equipment and prepare to shoot at some game. One of the hunters, Marquis Robert de la Chesnaye, Marcel Dalio, finds himself attracted to one of the other hunters, Christine de la Chesnaye, Nora Gregor. The two share a dance while the other hunters look on. Christine's husband, André Giroux, Roland Tautaine, is not too pleased with the situation and makes his way over to the two of them. The three of them then head off together to continue the hunt. André and Christine Giroux eventually become separated from the rest of the group and find themselves alone in the woods. André tries to make a move on Christine but she is not interested and pushes him away. André gets angry and ended up firing his gun at Christine, injuring her. Realizing what he has done, André runs off into the woods in a panic. Christine is left behind, wounded and alone. The third part of The Rules of the Game begins with André Giroux arriving at the castle to see his wife. He is told that she is not there, and instead finds Christophe, who tells André that his wife is with Robert de la Chesnaye. André goes to Robert's house and finds his wife, Antoinette, in his bedroom. André is angry and tells her to leave, but she refuses. André then shoots Robert and Antoinette, and Christophe comes to the house and finds them both dead. André tells Christophe to go away, and then André kills himself. In the fourth part of the film, the camera focuses on a wedding that is taking place. The guests are shown dancing and enjoying themselves. Some of the characters from the earlier parts of the film are shown interacting with each other. The film then goes back to the main storyline, which is about a group of people who are trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world. The fifth part of the film The Rules of the Game begins with Jean Renoir as the narrator, providing commentary over a montage of clips from the film. He reflects on how the game of life is often unfair, and how the characters in the film are all struggling to find happiness. This part of the film focuses on the character Octave, who is desperately trying to find a way to connect with the woman he loves, Christine. He turns to his friend Robert for advice, but Robert is preoccupied with his own issues with his wife. Octave eventually decides to take matters into his own hands and declares his love for Christine, but she rebuffs him. Octave is heartbroken and turns to alcohol to numb his pain. The film ends with Jean Renoir's voiceover reflecting on how the characters in the film are all searching for something that may be unattainable. In the sixth part of the film, the marquis's wife, the countess, continues to push her husband to have an affair with Christine. Christine, meanwhile, is growing more and more attached to the marquis. She spends more time with him, and even starts to dress like him. The marquis, however, is still very much in love with his wife and is not interested in Christine. One night, after the marquis has been out with Christine, the countess confronts him about it. She is angry and upset, and the marquis finally gives in and agrees to have an affair with Christine. However, he insists that it will be only a physical relationship and that he will never fall in love with her. The next day, Christine goes to the marquis's apartment and they begin their affair. However, it is not long before the marquis starts to develop feelings for Christine. He begins to worry that he is losing his love for the countess and that he will never be able to go back to her. Part 7, The seventh part of the film The Rules of the Game begins with André having a conversation with his wife Antoinette. She tells him that she is leaving him and taking their daughter with her. André is heartbroken and begs her to stay, but she is adamant about leaving. After Antoinette leaves, André goes to the guest house on the property and finds that Christine and Robert are also there. André is angry with Christine for not telling him that Antoinette was leaving, but she insists that she did not know. The trio then go into town, where they run into Marceau and Jacqueline. Marceau tells them that he is getting married and invites them to the wedding. They all decline, but Jacqueline decides to go. The group then splits up, with André and Christine going to a cafe and Marceau and Jacqueline going to buy a wedding present. While at the cafe, André and Christine run into Antoinette and her new lover. Antoinette is cold to André, but Christine is cordial. The film ends with André, Christine, and Robert returning to the guest house. André is visibly upset, but Christine tries to comfort him. The eighth part of the film The Rules of the Game 1939 begins with Jean Renoir and his fellow French soldiers continuing to battle the Germans. However, they are quickly losing strength and hope. As they are about to be defeated, they see a group of French civilians led by Octave running towards them. The civilians help the soldiers fight off the Germans and they are victorious. Jean and Octave then share a touching moment where they express their gratitude to each other. In the ninth part of the film, after realizing that his wife is cheating on him, Octave abandons his plan to leave with Christine and instead decides to confront his wife's lover, Robert. Octave bursts into Robert's apartment and finds him in bed with Genevieve. Octave and Robert get into a physical altercation and Octave accidentally shoots and kills Robert. Of the film The 10th part of the film The Rules of the Game begins with the resumption of the hunt the next day. Marceau, the father of the family, continues to unsuccessfully try and shoot rabbits, while his daughter and son-in-law look on. Meanwhile, Christine, the other daughter, tells her lover Robert that she is pregnant with his child. He is initially shocked, but then says that he will leave his wife and marry Christine. Christine then goes to tell her husband, but he does not believe her and says that she is just trying to make him jealous. She then leaves in a huff. Later, as the family is sitting down for dinner, the maidservant Francine tells Marceau that she is also pregnant with Robert's child. Marceau is furious and tells her to leave. The next day, Marceau goes to Robert's house to confront him. Robert denies the allegations and says that he loves Christine. Marceau does not believe him and threatens to kill him if he does not leave Christine alone. Robert then agrees to leave and Marceau goes home. Later, Christine tells her father that she is going to leave with Robert and that she is pregnant. Marceau is shocked and tells her that she cannot leave. She then says that she will go anyway and he can do nothing to stop her. The film ends with Marceau shooting at a rabbit and finally hitting it. However, as he goes to pick it up, he finds that it is only a stuffed animal. If you found the review enjoyable and wish to watch the movie, we've provided a link in the description where you can access it. If you appreciated the review, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Till the next time, bye.